Let us start with the sixth poem, Amanda, by Robin Klein. Robin McMauchlan is an Australian author of books for children. She writes children's and young adult fiction. Some of her famous books are Hating Alison Ashley, People Might Hear You, etc. Now, Robin Klein in this poem has expressed the views of a little girl, Amanda, who was constantly pointed out by her mother for making mistakes. Mistakes which she considers so as they are not part of the code of good conduct laid out by the society in which we live. So here every child feels that she or he is controlled and instructed not to do one thing or another. You too may feel that your freedom is curtailed. Write down some of these things you want to do, but your parents, elders do not allow you to read the poem aloud. Okay, now here we have a poem, Amanda poem. It is a poem for teenage girls. So you can see that how her freedom is being controlled or curtailed to do what to do and what not to do. Now let us start with the poem. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. There is a languid emerald sea, where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. Now here, the poet is describing Amanda, a little girl, who was always pointed out by her mother or an elder for her mistakes, and how she imagines her life to be. Here the poet says that the mother is pointing out Amanda for biting her nails, which is a bad habit. Next, he asks her to sit straight without bending her shoulder. Amanda, who has habit of bending her shoulder and sitting lazily, is being pointed out because her mother wants her to sit in the right posture. At this point of time, when she is being scolded by her mother, she herself imagines to be in a deep green sea. She says that she wants to be the only resident of the beautiful green sea. She imagines herself like a mermaid who is alone there and leads her life in a very relaxing way. She says that she wants to be carried away by the current of water and feel the relaxing environment there. Next stanza. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes. Amanda, I am an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Now hushed means quiet and a still place. Now here the poet says that Amanda's mother is inquiring her about whether she has done her homework or not. And then she asks her whether she has cleaned her room or not. Moreover, she is also reminded to clean her shoes. So here we can see that the mother is constantly asking a question regarding her homework being done or not, or whether she had been cleaned her room or shoes or not. But on the other hand, while Amanda is listening to her mother's instruction, she imagines herself to be an orphan who was roaming in the streets. This means that she imagines if she would have been without parents, she would have walked freely in the street. She would have drawn designs on the soft dust with her uncovered feet very quietly. So we can see that she thinks opposite to her mother. Her mother wants her to keep everything neat and clean, but Amanda wants to play in the dust with her bare feet. Moreover, she is so fed up of these constant instructions from her mother that she says silence is golden, which means that silence is very crucial and precious. She further says that freedom is sweet. This means she never feels free when she is with her mother. Now let us continue. Don't eat the chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you, Amanda? I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. Now here Amanda's mother is disallowing her to eat chocolates. She reminds of her pimples that Amanda faces due to eating chocolates. At last, she scolds her for not paying attention to what her mother says. At this moment, Amanda imagines herself to be Rapunzel. Now, Rapunzel was a character from a fairy tale that was captured in a tower by a witch. The witch used to climb the tower with the help of a long hair of Rapunzel that were let down by her through the window. So now Amanda wants to be Rapunzel because she feels that life in the tower will be peaceful and unusual. She thinks she will be free and live in a peaceful environment in the tower. She also confirms to herself that she will never let her hair down to anyone so that nobody could come to her in the tower. Let us continue. Stop the sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. Now here Amanda's mother now warns her for behaving in a very odd manner. She asks her to stop being in a bad mood. Moreover, she blames her of having such an unstable mood. She also scolds her by saying that her behavior will one day make people think that she was constantly being harassed by her mother. So here we can say that though Amanda is always pointed out by her mother on every small thing, but she can't react to this. If she reacts towards this by getting emotional, her mother takes this against her sense of pride and scolds her that she should not behave like this, or others would think that Amanda's mother is very dominating towards her child. Now here we can see that at the times that constant nagging has made her so sad that she has never stopped to imagine herself as someone else. She used to do so in order to escape from the continuous harassment and dominance of her parents. So as teenagers, we have faced this. We are going through it, that our parents will be nagging at us, scolding us. So it will pass through and our unconscious mind will show us that we need freedom. So this was the poem Amanda by Robin Klein. Thank you for listening.